Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. Hey, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my Parthian shot and giving you my recommendation on whether or not this is something you may want to keep an eye out for. And I'm just going to tell you forthright at the beginning of the video, I really like this pulse. Now, I just had this one drop from an engram for me just a couple of days ago. My very first game with it, this is what you're seeing right now on Asylum, and I actually went 18-0, Mark of the Unbroken, solo queuing using the Parthian shot. Now, this is the Vanguard pulse rifle. They have had a couple of decent vendor rolls that have been available so far, so you may already have one of these, you may have already used one at some point in time, but if you're not familiar with it, this is a low rate of fire, high impact variant pulse rifle. So it's going to hit really, really hard, but it's going to fire pretty stinking slowly. So the roll that I'm running with here is, mine has Outlaw, Braced Frame, and Counterbalance, and I honestly don't know that I would change a thing. I really like having Outlaw because most of the kills you're going to get with this thing are probably going to be headshot kills, because usually the last bullet in your burst is probably going to be around the head anyways, if you're doing your target acquisition correctly with a pulse rifle, because you sort of anticipating that vertical recoil pulling it up into the head. So, but mine has really, really high stability. We're talking 94 stability, so it's pretty stinking stable. Now, the thing I like about that is that you can see there, at range even, I can consistently get my 2 burst and 3 burst kills. And here's the thing about this gun is that depending on, your range from the target, you can do up to 34 damage per bullet to the head, which means that's a 2 burst kill. So if you're landing your headshots, this thing is going to absolutely shred your opposition. So in terms of positives, it hits like a truck, it drops things pretty quickly if you're accurate. It's really, really good for lane control. So especially on a map like Asylum here, where you basically have 3 lanes, it's really, really good at controlling lanes where guys have to push into those lanes, and you can really just shred the opposition as they come into those lanes. It's great for that, absolutely great for lane control. You can lock down lanes from a distance. You can lock down spawns and control the spawns. Very, very good for that. It's also very, very good for team fire. But it's bad for crowd control, quite honestly. If you're getting hit from multiple people, at best you're probably going to get 1 kill and go down. It's not really good for crowd control, especially in the closer range. It's good if you have some cover to work with and you're keeping them at arm's distance. You can really manage it then pretty well. But once you start getting up close and personal, especially with things like sidearms floating around out there, you really don't want to get into that situation. It's pretty bad for that. So it's important to couple it with something like a shotty, a sidearm, or a fusion rifle if you're going to have success. I ended up coupling it with a trespasser so that I can melt the guys who really pushed up on me and challenged me in close quarters. So great for these long range engagements, even medium range engagements. Really good for team fire. Not so great for once guys start to push in on you. You're probably going to start losing most of your engagements as guys push in on you, considering what most people are using in the Crucible right now. So I would recommend that you use it. I would say save your grenades. Save your grenades for when you get pushed on. That's when you really want to use those, just to make sure that you can secure the kill and get back to controlling lanes and spawns. That's really, really important. So don't get overly overly eager to throw your nades. Make sure that you have them on cooldown when you really, really need them. So yeah, great teamfire weapon. I got tons of assists while I was playing with this thing. That's sort of the nature of the game. So I give this my seal of approval. I think that it's a really, really solid pulse rifle. It kind of takes me back to Year 1 Red Death. I really enjoyed using Red Death in Year 1, getting that 2 burst. I enjoyed things like 3 Little Words. These are the pulses that I really gravitated towards and enjoyed using, so it kind of feels very reminiscent of those guns. I'm interested to know what your rolls are. I love everything about my roll, but you're going to see one downfall about it here in just a few seconds. But I'm going to go on a flanking route here. On Cathedral, I'm going to come around, but there's 3 guys here. Now, with Braced Frame, I get great stability, but the trade-off is that it brings my mag size down to 21. Now if I had one more burst, I would have been able to get the 3-piece there, but since I did not have any other ammo in the magazine, I had to walk away from the kill, re-engage it later, and I don't get the nice 3-piece. So that's the only downfall, is mag size 21. You're going to consistently be able to get 2 kills per magazine before you got to reload. Outlaw makes that a little bit easier to manage. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and the gameplay, and hopefully you get your hands on a Parthian shot if you haven't already. And if you do already have one, let me know your role and what your thoughts on it are. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll catch you in the Crucible.